Rock News Weekly out here with Imminence, all the way from Sweden. And I have Harold on guitar here with me. Harold, how's it going, man?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Very happy to be here. It's been a quite hectic couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because we just came out from Latin America, our first tour there.
That's right.
We're doing well. We're doing good, man.
How are you liking the weather here in California?
Compared to back home in cold Sweden,
yeah.
I'm loving it here. I'm absolutely thriving.
Well, you guys are known for, of course, the cold weather, but man, rock and metal festivals are legendary where you're at in Europe. How does Aftershock compare to some of those ones that you're used to and you've maybe grown up on and all that? Aftershock being based, supposedly Danny Wimmer went to a lot of the European music festivals, tried to base this model on that. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's great. It's just being back home, No, not really. But obviously it's different. It's different. What's different for me personally would be that on these Danny Wimmer festivals, which are huge and which are great, is that you booked all the bands,
Yeah.
I would say so maybe that's like something that is different from some European ones. They can still be big, but they don't have these massive lineups. Some of them do, right?
Right.
But obviously we played some big ones, Rock am Ring, and we've done Wacken, for example. We've done Download and everything. So this really holds up. I mean, it all feels huge, and we're just really happy to be here.
That's awesome, man. All right, let's talk about some of your music. For people that don't know, you kind of incorporate the bow with your guitar playing. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes across really cool. It reminds me of Jimmy Page and Led Zeppelin. I wanted to see if maybe that was an influence, or how did that come about in your life? Were you maybe a violin or a cellist or something like that, or how did you incorporate it with your guitar?
Well, I mean, first of all, our vocalist Eddie, he plays the violin. So, yeah, and he does it always, like in the studio and on stage or whatever. So this is probably the biggest, bow or string association we have to Imminence. I think the way I use it, though, is maybe more influenced by bands such as Sigur Rós.
Yeah, okay.
Icelandic band.
Yeah.
Or maybe more like a cinematic effect almost.
Yes,
It's maybe more like this, as you would say, something like a Michael Bay moment or something.
Yeah, right.
It's more of an atmospheric element, the way we're using it in our music. So, yeah.
That's really cool, man. It gives you guys something different that really cuts through. I appreciate it. I get a lot of music sent to our radio station a lot, and when your guys' stuff came through, it's refreshing. It really it cuts through on the airwaves to a lot of cookie cutter generic stuff out there, and you guys are doing something really profound, and I feel like it's finally having its moment here in the United States, and people are starting to catch on. So I just wanted to
we're kind of fresh out here.
Yeah.
First time we came over was November 2023.
Yep.
And now obviously like we have a crowd here.
At Aftershock with this big huge festival.
Yeah.
And do you find like compared to some of the smaller clubs and some of these bigger stages, do you win over those new fans? Is that a conscious choice maybe with the set list or the way you approach the stage show or anything like that to try and hey, these people may be walking by not too familiar with us and that kind of a thing?
When you have just 30 minutes, it's kind of hard to know how can we just put this together in one piece and just kind of give people like, this is Imminence. I mean, so that's kind of what we think, like how can we sort of display our band? Can we make like the biggest manifestation?
Yeah.
Like, what is Imminence? And this is the set list we just want to give them.
Yeah.
But it's obviously easier if you have 1.5 hour, which is our headline shows.
Yeah.
So I think we do a pretty good job right now. We found a good way to present ourselves.
That's nice. It's probably a pretty tough thing. I wanted to talk about the new music. So in 2025, this new album, The Black, was in 2024, but you also got the re-recording treatment in this year, featuring several artists in a new version. It was called The Return of the Black, ahead of this tour. How did those re-recordings with those guests and artists come about?
Well, we wanted to bring some new light on the songs.
Okay.
And we wanted to use like feature vocalists that somehow are related to the band.
Sure.
It could be either just friends or...
Were they friends or just people you collaborated with, maybe musically?
If you take someone like Nicholas from Orbit Culture, like we toured together. We toured with At the Gates and In Flames. We got to know each other like really well.
Yep.
If you take someone like Lucas from Holding Absence, it's just a guy that we've been kind of... We wanted to do something with them for a long time, but we just never really were able to get it together.
Yeah.
But we're big fans of the band and his voice, obviously. So it's just guys that we wanted to do things with because we're a fan of them or we just know them, really.
That's cool.
So
it comes from a place of honesty then, right?
Yeah, and it was all just, a band-to-band connection. It was just hitting up someone on DM and be like, hey, what do you think about this idea?
That's
so everything's
awesome.
very, very sincere.
Is that the songwriting process mainly for you guys? Do you kind of like work on things individually and bring it to the band? Or do you guys try and get in a room together and hash it out?
Well, so it's me and Eddie writing the music.
Okay.
And it's a mix of both. So usually we always work individually, put ideas together.
Sure.
And then we work on them. Yeah, usually we put them together as, make a song when we actually meet up. But sometimes it's just we meet up, we have nothing to go at, and then we just kind of start with an idea.
Yeah.
And build a song together just from scratch.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. I love that kind of stuff. Okay, so 2026. Can you tell us anything? You got any big plans on the horizon, maybe tour or musically or otherwise?
Yes.
But what can you share, right?
What I can share is that in November, we're going into the studio to record the new album.
Okay. So maybe in 2026 we might see that album?
That could be a possibility, just saying.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Maybe a new single. When do you think we could see something from this new album? Maybe something sent to radio for us to play for the fans.
Oh, wow. Good question. I actually can't tell you anything about timing, but I can tell you that the album is written.
Oh, man, already?
Yes.
So you guys are just waiting to get in there and do it?
Yes.
Once the touring ends?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty
right
much.
on. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Harold. You got a lot of stuff to do, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day for this. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.